That's ALOEmaster.com or call us at 1-800-934-ALO. That's 1-800-934-2563 today.
On September 11th, 2001, along with hundreds of my fellow troops, I went to Ground Zero, and we knew what to do. Or at least we thought we did.
Truth Rising is a breakthrough 9/11 film that finally gives first responders a platform to tell their story.
Whitman, EPA director, on the 18th made a statement that the air was safe to breathe.
This film follows the growing momentum of 9/11 truth as brave souls throughout the world take action against their global masters.
He had his hand over the radio while he was getting a countdown. He takes his hand off and you hear 3, 2, 1, and it was boom, 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 boom.
This is an emergency transmission worldwide. Download Truth Rising at prisonplanet.tv and aggressively spread it worldwide, or order the DVD at Infowars.com. If we don't expose the government-sponsored terror, they're going to commit more acts and bring in martial law.
Doctors around the world claim that cancer and other diseases cannot live in a pH-balanced alkaline environment. But as you know, most people are overly acidic due to stress, acidic diet, and lack of exercise. pH balance is the foundation of energy abundance and perfect health, as well as prevention of disease. People who alkalize the water they drink experience normalized blood sugar, mental clarity, and loss of weight. It was intended for human beings to drink alkaline water, but due to modern way of life, most people are overly acidic. The fact is that disease simply cannot exist in an alkaline environment. Fat accumulates if a person consumes too much acid on a regular basis and doesn't neutralize it. Do your part. Alkalize and supercharge your body now. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops contain a special mineral salt concentrate that raises the pH of the water you drink up to the pH of 10 with only 10 drops. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops now by going directly to alkavision.com. Again, that's alkavision.com.
All right, folks, we're back. It's the Alex Jones Show. Lots of breaking news, big articles over at Infowars.com right now. And, of course, we're streaming live via the internet at prisonplanet.tv. Ray McGovern, former CIA analyst, is my guest. We're going to go to your calls this segment. Hopefully you will stay on topic and I won't get any wild ones like I did in the first hour. All right, let's go to, I believe we are on Mike in Wyoming. Mike, what's on your mind? Maria in Germany. Maria, what's on your mind?
Hi. Yeah, I'd like. So thanks so much for your show. I'd like to talk about the bloodlines of Dracula and the ongoing.
All right, that'll be for another day. Thank you so much. Can we stay on topic here, folks? Please, I'm begging you. Someone give me something on topic. We've got a new administration coming in 6 days. We've got a possible world war about to erupt in the Middle East. I mean, we're talking about not only the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, but we've got Joe Biden overseas trying to smooth things over with Pakistan after the Mumbai attacks led back to Pakistani intelligence. This is what I want to talk about. Okay, I want to talk about what's going on, not the bloodlines of Dracula. My God. All right, let's go to TD in California. TD, what's on your mind?
How's it going? Yeah, I got a question and a comment.
Okay.
On topic, I hope.
Okay.
Question: If we do pull out of the war, and God willing, everything works out, what happens to all those well-trained, intelligent, armed, educated soldiers when they come home and we don't have jobs out here?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm wondering. First of all, I don't think that we're going to pull out of that many military conflicts that won't redistribute our troops anyway. But what do you think? Say we do pull out of the war and there's no jobs here. Well, what is going to happen, Mr. McGovern?
Well, with all that money that we have already given to Wall Street and are now giving to other folks, including the auto companies, we create jobs. I mean, this is possible. We have to get out of this war mentality, and we have to get the military-industrial complex, which is very real, by the way, which is very, very real, get them to retool. God knows we need alternative sources of energy. We need wind, solar. We need smart ways to build cars so they don't use up so much fuel. And there are all kinds of ways that our economy would keep going and actually be buttressed for the long run by a huge public works expenditures and other ways to put people to work.
Are you optimistic that the economy is going to recover? I mean, we got Bernanke yesterday calling for more bailouts. Citigroup, they're saying it's in death throes, but its mortgage department has already been absorbed by Morgan Stanley. I see, a consolidation of banks, and I see a consolidation of power for the people that print the money in the Federal Reserve System. Kucinich being on the floor saying that the Federal Reserve is as Federal Express is dead on, and I'm pretty worried that we might get suckered into yet another bailout, and there isn't a lot of hope for our economic future.
Well, you're talking about the old crowd, and one additional reason for concern, of course, is that some of the old crowd has, for whatever reason, insinuated itself into the Obama crowd. We'll just have to see on that. The country is really and truly in dire straits, and I think that what is called for here is the kind of leadership that a new person, a person who has won an overwhelming mandate, might be able to lead us into. And we'll just have to see. I'm not an expert on the economy, but just to see how it works out.
All right. Any other points, TD?
Actually, on interpreting that Metallica video yesterday, I thought it was a lot less about Russia, even though it gave concrete evidence about Russia. And just to tie it in with the end radio stuff or the newsreel at the end of the video.
Yeah, the newsreels they played, sure.
Just to tie it in with that, I think it's a lot more. It just reminded me of Cobra, man. First they try to be like us, then they attack us.
Well, I got in so much trouble just for playing that Metallica song on the air. Some of the Christian affiliates out there just can't take a little bit of metal. But when you have a video that's not only talking about the eugenics aspect, but then also brings chemtrails into the mix by the number one metal band of all time, and really one of the number one rock bands of all time, Metallica, I think it's worth playing. I thank you for the call, TD. All right, let's jump to Ken in Texas. Ken, what's on your mind?
Hi, Ken.
Thank you, Jason.
You got it.
I want to make a comment and then ask Ray McGovern a question, if that's all right.
Sure thing.
We keep talking about the Obama administration, not only your show, the show I listened to before, and his administration, as I said. Attorney Philip J. Berg has proved definitively on ObamaCrimes.com that Obama is definitely not eligible to be president of the United States. Ray McGovern, couldn't he be blackmailed by other countries?
What he's referring to, obviously, and I'm sure you've heard this, I mean, you're on the talk radio circuit somewhat, is whether or not he was born in Hawaii and why he wasn't able to show his birth certificate. There is some controversy. He may have been born in Kenya. And, I'm sure you've looked around that. I mean, what are your views on those theories?
Yeah, well, Jason, this is not the kind of thing that I waste a lot of time with. It suffices for me to hear that that this has been looked into, and people I respect indicate that there are some peculiarities with the way Hawaii handles original copies of birth certificates, and that it's just a fluke that his was not readily accessible.
I hear you. I mean, I think more to the point is the fact that, I think what works against us possibly with the Obama administration, and himself included, is that he does take more of an internationalist point of view. I was watching, a couple of his interviews with CNN, and this is a guy that's, grown up around the world, and I'm just not sure that he's going to have just the United States' best interests at heart. I mean, the media has called him the next global president, the way he's been deified on the cover of the Rolling Stone, his speech in Berlin. I think that stuff is a lot more relevant than whether, I mean, we could sit here and argue all day whether he's a natural citizen or not. I think, let's see if the proof is in the pudding. I'm disturbed that it was a state senator, who got into the Senate for one term, and by 2007, he had already announced his candidacy for the president and won. And this is virtually an unknown. This is a guy who's not proven, and I guess we're going to see in 6 days whether he's the leader that all these people voted for or not, or just another front man. I mean, Rahm Emanuel makes me quite uneasy. All right, let's jump to the next call.
Let me just chime in there, Jason. There are all kinds of ways of looking at being a internationalist or not. The way I look at it, and you can take it for what it's worth, is that in this day and age, one needs to have a certain sensitivity to what's going on in the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe in a shorthand slogan, I can simply say that